Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like everything's booting on up. Give me a moment to activate the live chat windows. Okay, that's all good. Got a notepad. I went ahead and found replays before I started the stream, so I've got a notepad filled with them. But Twitch is having trouble booting on up. Why is that? While that's thinking slowly, I'm going to go ahead and look at my other computer. Looks like it's loading up fine on my other computer. Let's see. Give me a couple moments, try to figure out what's going on with this. Not loading up this browser. Let's see, do I have Twitch logged into Chrome? Don't think so. Yeah, it looks like just refused booting on up on this computer, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on to it. Oh well, this is old my other computer, hence why I usually have a spare computer to view such stuff. Hopefully it'll go fine. In the meantime, looks like everything is good to go. Yep, looks like everything's good to go. Let's see. The one I'm looking for is on Prairie 822, and yep, we'll start off with this one here. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top left side is the blue Holy Room Empire, got WOM 01. Spawn bottom right side is the orange Mullions, got I Am Magic. Since we do also have a large gold and starting stone deposit here, that could be pretty nice for the Mullion player. He is, wait, can't you like put a bit more strategically placed? You may be improperly placing them, because I'm pretty sure you can make an easy square, but this one's off squared, so it looks like it's maybe misplacing them right here. Another note as well. Let's see, Holy Room Empire player could go for the Menwork Palace rather than the Akin Chapel. The Akin Chapel, of course, will provide excellent gold collection rates, such as for this massive pile of gold, so you'll have excellent collection that there. But for all the resources to be a little bit more minimal, such as the wood, like put the Akin Chapel here, we'll at least get the initial sheep and gold there, and of course the initial bit of wood, but this map's pretty sparse in wood. Yep, you can see the improper place. You can see that's more of a solid square here, then he just misplaced here, so he's going to have to delete these three houses there to maximize production, or just eat the minor losses. If I was going to have to eat the minor losses, so that is 100% his own mistake. Oh, that's a good number of sheeple there. This map does offer a good number of sheeple. Where's Orange's scout? Looks like Blue's doing much better in the sheep game. Akin Chapel being established there, near the gold and the wood, as well as all the sheeple. So he's going to have plenty of resources for Akin Chapel. He could go for a fast castle at this current rate. Monster Quarry being deployed in the field as well. Since this map is also a bit sparse on wood, which means less possibility for farms or hard to get farms, I wanted to influence the Fombia Garrison or the Grand Filani Corral. And maybe not too much. Do of course have the Vanguard Scouts on the field, not upgraded. Got the Akin Chapel here. Those are the Holy Room Empire players just eyeing for a fast castle. Basic outpost there to defend himself. Orange is finally aged on up, far later than blue. Orange did go for a good number of housing. And has plenty of population space, especially compared to Orange. And Orange is actually eyeing professional scouts, so in these three deposits in groups of 3, so he needs a group of 3 warrior scouts, or Vanguard scouts. Looks like he's out of the radius there, just a lingering effect from the inspiration. There's Rigne's Cathedral, really need to start eyeing to grab those relics. The warrior scouts would be a great idea to help counter. Right now just getting regular Vanguard scouts, no warrior scout upgrade just yet. But Orange eyeing the food play, and also now going for the Vanguard warrior scout now, or the warrior scout. The Hero Slick, of course, being upgraded there just for basic defense. Scout hitting scout. And if you give me one, I'm going to try to fix my stream over here. Still bugging out. Rigne's Cathedral not fully built. We do have Sofa now deployed on the field. And versus a Knight, the Knights will be far, far superior. And now we do have the relic obtained. Going down to the right, Wheelbarrow has been researched there. Orange now going for professional scouts. Or not professional scouts, survival techniques. There's initial Sofa there to gain some damage on the prelate. The Knights may need to be on escorting duty. Sofa does get the attack there. Does not have a charge, quote-unquote, attack, so has a charge animation. One of the villagers do go down there. And Sofa, of course, has 2 armor, so somewhat vulnerable to the Town Center Fire. That next arrow, while you take it out, does take out 2 villagers at the moment. And blue may obtain at least a good number of relics. Can't say if it was all the relics. We got the scout getting hit by the Sofa. Got a Musavati Word, which is the anti-heavy unit for the Mullions. But maybe good idea to have the Knight fall back to the prelate to get it restored in health. Definitely, I would say it'd be worth it. And I'm about to sneeze. My apologies. My apologies. Ugh. Musavati was trying to pick up that Knight there. That Wounded Knight should just maybe stay back. The prelate's going to try to go for the relic either way. We have the Hardened Donzo research on the way from the Mullion player. Good number of Sofas and Musavati warriors. Sofas just be a generalist unit, just be a bit of a tinky unit at the moment. Sofas compared to, say, their biggest counterpart would be the Keshik. They offer far higher health while 1 less armor, so they're a bit more effective versus heavy armor such as Knights. Though their attack speed is a little bit, ever so slightly slower. Archer attack speed rather than Knight attack speed. But still, Sofas are far more durable than Keshiks. But of course, not as durable as Knights, of course. Knights of the Sage has what, 190 health? Early Knights have 190 health and 3 armor. While Keshiks have 145 with, of course, 3 armor as well. But in these melee fights, it matters a little bit less when they hit so hard. Archer upgrade for the Holy Room Empire, which is not bad. We'll put the base damage for archers up from 5 to 7. And really punch the armor of the Sofas with just 2. Systemic Abbeys. And monsters become self-sufficient. Effectively turning all the monsters to Akin Chapels. Of course, what's the difference between that and just the Aachen Chapel? Because Aachen Chapel is available in Age 2. Or upon Age 2. Well, this is, of course, Age 3 research for Age 3 structure. And it also makes them also those drop off resources at monasteries. So you could use them as a form as like the British's farm collection. It would be a bit more expensive with monsters, which cost what, 150 wood? Can't remember exactly. 200 wood, so you pay a bit more than for a standard lumber mill, but you of course get the immensely powerful ore effects. Nice trying to pursue these sofas. And you still have to garrison a prelate inside, but that can be quite reasonable. Archers being forced on back. Knights do get a nice charge attack there. Got some Musafati warriors there. Archers, of course, the counter to the Musafati warriors is their light melee, and they will do reasonable versus Age 2 sofas. One player has enough food to age on up, just need a bit more gold. And really prioritizing gold now. Do have some cows being deployed in the field. There may be enough space there for Grand Felonic Corral. It's hard for me to tell. The sheep may be in the way. I don't know if sheep carcasses get in the way. Here's by now, sheep are eaten. Granted, this is prairie. This map is pretty sparse in resources, exchanged for the fact that there's a lot of sheeple. Trying to garrison some of these structures. Got a Wolo down here. And I don't see the icon above the sofa there that they're going to be converted to, or warrior scouts. Can warrior scouts not be converted? It had no symbol in suggesting it would be converted. So I'm not sure. Grand Felonic Corral is being, of course, researched. Got various research over for blue. The prelate does go down. Blue has claimed four relics, so there's one last relic on the map. So he effectively has 8 relic income, which would be a good counterpart to the Mullions gold mining pits. Let's see, 170 or 741. 2 villages on gold. Yep. There's still plenty of gold left there. So the Holy Roman Empire could eye to really make us gold last. You could try eyeing to get to Age 4 and then get the final gold mine technology and improve the drop-off, which will be a multiplication effect there on that remaining gold deposit. And the Mullion player has aged on up. Looks like there was... Oh, I think he did delete that farm. I think that farm was closer to right around here. Local doggo demands head pass. War's not advanced before. We'll be trying to end the game sooner rather than later. Blue has a decent defense force. He knows his opponent's gone for a heavy number of sofas, so a good number of crossbowmen wouldn't be half bad. Spearmen would be half bad at, but they'll both be inferior to the Musafati Warrior and the Donzo. Knights advancing. Veteran Donzo, Veteran Sofa, Veteran Musafati Warrior has all been researched. No Veteran Warrior Scout. Doesn't really need it. Only has 1 scout in the field at the moment. Looks like all the villagers do get inside there. I thought that was 1 too many. Donzo gets some stabs there. None of those Donzos go on down. Knights do take some damage there. And Knights falling back. Collecting a decent amount of gold here. There's approximately 4,000 gold left in that gold deposit. Village actually standing and fighting. Since the knights were wounded enough, he decided to stood and fight. I don't think he got a single villager there. Does not have textiles. Still have 2 or 3 villagers killed so far this game, so not too bad. Versus 2. Keeping pace. Got some relics on some of these outposts, which some of them being upgraded with spring golds. Very nice. Pumbaa will be obtained. There seems like a bit more villagers than 8 there. Yep, a bit more. Looks like it appears to be 13, so 5 extras. Knights do go down. Hanzo do get ripped apart there. Also going eye for the mill there, so Pumbaa and berries. Knights should be able to win this fight, no problem.
Licht ist er keine Last. Ich kann nach Geheiß.
Aha! Gute Leistung meiner
Good amount of damage there on that sofa. Got multiple outposts here, both being upgraded to spring golds and fortified outposts, and I see relics being dispatched to them now. Just going really to lock down the sector. Really wants that food. Delicious food. Crossbow's trying to get overran. Nice advance. Got a good number of doms on the back line. Prelates on the back line trying to get some healing. Some archers firing away. Of course, the imported armor in the veteran upgrade. They're far more durable than they were in previous age. Spring gold upgrade one has been deployed in the field. Of course, got a good number of garrisons here. So the villagers, though, a couple of fairies will go on down as well. 2 spring golds firing away. 1 bust boosted by a relic. Looks like blue will hold, but barely. Orange, however, is bringing more reinforcements, including around Donzo. Blue is bringing some more archers and knights. And a handful of crossbows as well. And there's double upgrade there, so these outposts should be able to provide enough fire support to defend the region. He is trying to build some farms around the chapel. You should be able to hold out. There's a good number of course, defensive placements, including more spring golds and a arrow slit. Orange didn't kill off too many villagers, so Orange should still be largely fine for time frame. Here are more spring gold firings over here. Got more mining pits being established across the map. Very nice. Sofa does go down. Looks like the aura effect is not too significant. It effectively provided you 1 aura around you for your farms, which still can be quite nice, but it'd be a bit more expensive than the English's mill bonuses. You got a large number of villagers push way forward with a pile of stone in their backs. He's going to go for a forward keep somewhere. There's the keep. But I don't think it'll keep that going. Mercenary repair can always be used on this outpost as well. Crossbone right here. If he needs to keep it safe, you can always just get inside the outpost. At least get an arrow firing. Better than nothing, better than being dead. Same for that knight that's down there. Archers and crossbones backing on off. Oranges keep making it toward out in the field. Blue appears not have any siege weapons deploying on the field. The keep has been built. Emergency repairs onto the outpost. Do now have a siege workshop being established there, maybe for battering rams, maybe for trebuchets. All those forces do get cleaned on up. Villagers have backed off to this gold deposit, but we've got the spring gold emplacement here slowly picking away, so that's not a safe spot. And the villagers still cook the delicious pork. So the spring gold places 2-shotting these guys, doing 52 damage per bolt, barring armor. So 51 damage per bolt. Able to 2-shot these villagers, no problem. Trebuchet now firing against this outpost. Emergency repairs is soon available. Also got this spring gold placement there, picking off some various villagers while at as well. So the villagers not going to get too much gold, may steal at most 400. Now got a counter keep here. He can always go a relic inside of it. That's probably a good spot for a relic. Very good spot indeed. Up north we got the sofas engaging. Get damage there on the archery range. Sofa takes damage there. Starting to back off now. Orange so far kill off 21 villagers. Blues get off 18. They're pretty much keeping up pace. We'll probably see the whatchamacallit. Why am I missing the village fabrication landmark for the Holy Roman Empire? It's skipping my mind. Why can't I think of the name of it? I should just remember the name. The other one's Elsbach Palace. Palace of Swabia, that's what it was. I had to think of Mountain Blade, not Bannerlord, Warband. Swabia. Keep is being repeatedly set on fire. No additional trebuchets being pulled on the field by blue, just maintaining the 2. It is with the number of spring golds. Knight here pursuing some more sofas. Down south we do have a single knight here being shanked by the villagers. Keep has been set ablaze. I think he may have just bought some stone there. Keep's gone down. Trying to go for a outpost here for a bit of spotting. Gets picked off immediately. Not sure why he's building an outpost in range of the spot there. But looks like he's actually force firing the ground maybe. Nope, looks like he's moving forward now. This keep is getting hit pretty hard there. Not getting repaired on up. Over here, Knight's still being pursued by these various forces. Now those to stop collecting up Pumbaa, because Pumbaa no longer exists anymore. Now collecting up some berries, which is not as nutritional as other foods. So it's on to engage this crossbowman. The trebuchets there. Howdy. Blue's starting to set us up away, but has another spring goals back line. So it's going to go ahead and put defensive formation around the spring goals. Crossbows here in good numbers, and the spring goals call this Donzo. Keep is still alive. Don't see villagers repairing it up at the moment, but it is actually getting repaired on up. First repair is available in 4 seconds. Good idea to immediately go for it. It will definitely save some resources. Utilizing emergency repairs there now. Knights are backing off. They took some damage there. They may have put off some more villagers in the middle of that conflict, getting tied up by the formation of the trebuchet. crossbow backing on off. Let's look at the siege workshop here. He's going for some mangonels. Get set ablaze, but I think the mangonel will get deployed in time, which may get some good damage done. Workshop has gone down. Did the... Oh, it looks like the YouTube description and update. I've been having some occasional issues. Remind me to fix that after this game. Yep, this is Age of Empires 4. Occasionally with YouTube, it just doesn't want to... Wait, no, I'm pretty sure It is somehow automatically changed? Great. Looks like I decided to revert back to change it for some odd reason. Sometimes Restream is a little bit buggy like that. Got more farms going on up. Very nice. Orange right now has 2 Sacred Sites. Blue has 0. It looks like these knights do find some more forces there. Right now, blue has a far higher destroyed value than orange. Village count is slightly in favor of blue. Fort of the Huntress, so orange will be aging up first. Orange has claimed that last relic on the map as well. Fort of the Huntress is going to be deployed out next to this gold deposit to help keep it secure, as well as provide some possibility of infantry inducing ambushes. This gold deposit currently secured up by this keep. Not too much remaining from it though. And the Holy Roman Empire player does have enough to age up. I'll take a look at that in between after this replay. Maybe I forgot to change that part. Maybe I've changed the description, but not the actual title itself. Oops. Poison arrows now being researched by Orange. Now I do have the Palace Swabia there to get extra villager fabrication. And both sides have pretty low villager count, so the extra villager production will be very useful. And since blue does have at least one keep on the field, he can get out some black riders. They are pretty expensive. They're a heavy range cavalry that can fire while moving. Blue Empire player has 10 spring goals in the field. That's maybe a little bit too much, but Orange has the 6-side victory in his favor at the moment.
Gute Arbeit, schöner Bau.
Söldner, unsere Befehle sind hier.
Of course, got limestone walls for protection along that flank. Knights heading down south, going to the sacred site there, trying to decapture it. Orange going to make another assault there with a good number of doms on the field. Holy Empire player could go for more regular archers right now. He's going for the elite crossbow, as well as, of course, food production. Those do back on off. Outpost here being upgraded with spring gold. Looks like maybe decaptured while being torched down. And looks like the sacred site will be decaptured in time. Nicely took a bit of damage there. And the sacred site does get decaptured in time. Villagers getting impaled as well. Over here, it looks like the outpost will get torched. And the spring gold upgrade was completed, so he did lose that income. Elite Knights and the Rolling Strutter upgrade for the Holy Roman Empire. He has plenty of anti-infantry. He is going for a round of hand cannoneers rather than black riders. Orange is also going eye for silk bows. Silk bowstrings, I should say. Got some hand cannoneers now being deployed in the field. Sophus being ripped apart. He decides to start us up forward to keep his distance. A couple more Sophus do go down. Outpost will be destroyed there. And one crossbow's going to try to decapture the secret site. Orange going behind the counterattack. Got some Musafati warriors and archers here. Actually, just archers with one Musafati gunner. Mass spring ball formation. Spring balls do not do bonus damage versus archers, but they may still do some decent damage there. Outpost does go down there, drops the relic. Hand cannoneers firing away. Archers will be good counter the hand cannoneers. They do bonus damage to light gunpowder, so Black Riders will not receive any bonus damage. And those archers are slowly being whittled down by all these spring bolts. Amount damage there. And Spring Bolts is overall disintegrating, but Venom of the Dawns will be going down as well. Hand cannoneers and crossbow in the back line. More hand cannoneers can go up on the Holy Roman Empire player. Blue has held on, has a much higher sword value than Orange, that's for sure. Archers and Silver's been pulled in the field. Outpost does not get fully built, does get interrupted. Orange has the basic walls being resumed, progress being built there. Last mining pit was deployed over here. We do have something gunpowder not being researched. No Black Riders yet being deployed on the field. Just getting hit by some of the sofas. Our chemistry now being reached by the Mullion player as well. Bit of damage there onto the keeps. Keep does take a bit of damage there. Crossbow and archers get damage. Don't see incendiaries just yet by Blue. He is not putting more crossbowmen though, so he maybe not time to go for them any further. And Orange has now resigned. This Angerade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay. Let's see if I can't figure out what's going on with my live streams. I have multiple issues going on with them at the moment. First, I'm gonna close out the browsers. can't edit it from here. Maybe I can edit it from the browser. Is Twitch still breaking? Yeah, I can't even view my own Twitch stream. I swear, I'm getting a lot of things broken at the moment. See if I can't fix it here then. Yeah, I can fix it. I can fix the YouTube description from here. Okay, that should at least fix that. Which is still broken. Oh well. I just have hope my way of the text boxes worked for when it comes to Twitch. See, next replay is Cliffside on 820. Is it Cliffside? Oh, 821. Is it this? No? Ah, did that one replay that was actually eyeing disappear? Could have been this one, but no. Looks like that replay may have just disappeared I was looking for. Oh, let's go on to the next one then. This one's 820, and it was Dry Arabia. Do them there. That's the one. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 3 replay, or 4 replay. Getting everything mixed up. So on top right side is the red of House of Lancaster. We got GIF music. So on the left side is yellow English. We got BC. First thing I immediately noticed, looks like all of red's tree deposits spawn down south. Here deposit's pretty safe behind here, but that's pretty much it. I don't really put much value in the berries, but they are pretty close by each other. Don't be too hard to keep them both secure. Can probably use an outpost on both and get 10 villages in this region. All three of the small gold deposits spawned right around here with a deer deposit, so maybe a good idea for Red Eye for the Castle Lancaster over in this region. Maybe it's another town center. Those could all be possibilities. For the English player, he does have a safe gold back here. His one tree deposit spawned way down here, which may have been cut off a little bit as well, so there may be less trees, but looks still the same size. Both steel deposits a little bit out front and exposed. And one small golden stone up here. Two pretty good natural cover there in the closed forests. It feels like red side of the map is a little bit better, but can be argued either way. We actually got the Abbey of Kings, which that's common for the English, and the Castle Lancaster for red. So this would be a good defensive spot there. I think it would still be a good idea to maybe go for another town center. Either way, this will help provide coverage in this region. It also makes this man somewhat exposed due to a counterattack.
Yeah, yeah. Beyond us! Gandhi.
Red's scout is moving around.
Yeah, yeah.
There you were.
Man's gonna be pulled out behind for Ailey, so won't be as exposed up front.
What's the pity?
Shatungu!
Huh?
Go!
Scout moving around.
Redende
And you work it.
Does find some sheeple there.
Porter! Here! Ansagen!
Right now it's in ×2 speed since I tend to just go through the economic phase in ×2 speed since it's a little bit slower. You see here they still have the same movement speed as scouts, or not scouts, as knights. At 1.62, horsemen in comparison have 1.88. But right now, since it's just the early eco phase, I just fast forward since not much really to talk about. Yellow's going for a town center and cook some delicious venison. Because let's be frank, this early eco phase, nothing much to talk about. It's like I described what the map is sort of like and nation cause of influence. That's about it. The king does stab a villager there twice. And of course, House Lancaster, the only thing that really shares with the English, the fact that their villagers have short bows and have extra arrows in town center. King took a bit of a beating there. He could fall back to the Abbey to get absurdly high health regen. 6 health regen as opposed to the, what, 1? 2 health regen here. King's player, of course, have now 2 town centers. Probably will see the White Tower then, rather than Palace of Kings. Going for some delicious venison down here as well. So, no professional scouts by the English player. The off-brand English player is going for some wood down here. And of course, gold. Both players. Yellow is definitely very far from aging up. Red is somewhat progressing towards it, still pretty far away. Got a manor deployed in the field as well. Or multiple manors. Does have the level 1 cap of manors. The 6th level cap. Picks off the deer that was pretty wide scattered. How rude. And now going for survival techniques. Thought that would be researched a bit more earlier. The king has been fully replenished. I think he did fall back to the Abbey. Just like he was playing Kane's Wrath. Pull back the War Factory. Local doggo demands head pats. Huh, how did the king take 2 points damage? Has 2 armor. Does the wolf have +1 damage versus kings? 3 damage, so it must have bit the king twice then. King charging way forward. A good volley of defensive arrows there. King is definitely taking a lot of damage there. He can't advance any farther forward. Maybe try to harass other resource sectors. And the King's College. College now being researched. This allowed Tammy to go to Kulag. Reduces all the cost of all research by 15%, as well as give you 6 unique research. Such as early gunpowder hand cannoneers, which have then also reduced the cost additionally to equal Streltsy. Very nice indeed. Who doesn't want to have spammable hand cannoneers? Which, surprising enough, I don't see that all too often. You would assume, since the Brits like to go for Charleston spam, you would assume House of Lancaster would as well, but I just haven't. Also, my apologies, you may hear my drink open up. English players, of course, going for the White Tower. White Tower's been put behind next to this large gold deposit. Very good. Yellow did spawn relatively close to this large gold deposit, while this other gold deposit is pretty far away from both players. Equal distance looks like. Maybe a little bit, ever so slightly closer to red. But definitely not as close as this one here. So yellow will get this nice and secured. And now the House of Lancaster is going for a pair of knights and a monk. Red special forward from monk. This relic can be obtained by red. Horseman heading up north. Do now have the early man-at-arms upgrading. Allows to go from Vanguard man-at-arms to early man-at-arms. House of Lancaster, of course, can blow out Earl's Guards to counter. Knight does a good charge attack there on the King. Another charge attack there. Will strike the Scout. House of Lancaster's eyeing for a good number of knights at the moment. The English player's actually eyeing for a decent number of spearmen and horsemen. Horsemen down. He sees all the knights now. He may, I can understand spearmen, may want to cool off on the horsemen. He used the horsemen to protect the relics. Walls over there have been completed. And of course right there. Veteran spearman now being researched. Here it does pick up another relic. Zalak Doggo demands head pats. And does find the White Tower there. Took some decent damage there. Also takes out to the wolf. Does find that relic there. Does not try to go for Wolo. Some knights in the region. Some of them should be spottable. And eventually scouts there to spot in the shrubbery. Multiple knights here. There's a good number of spearmen there. No, one spear brace there. Some of these knights were going down. Monk does go down. Going for another horseman. Bit of damage there. Oh, relic picked up. Looks like red does continue with the journey, the great journey. The king is dead. Horsemen and scouts falling on back. Up here, we do have now the monk trying to capture this sacred site there. Yeoman now the build queue for red. No veteran yeoman just yet.
My way is clear. Yes, sir, it is. Harlinus liters me way. It shall end on.
Oh, drops rock there because there's not enough room in that monastery. So Red's done a great job cooking up relics. The only one he won't get is this one here. We do now have the veteran yeoman research now the way for the House of Lancaster, which would be a good counter to the Arha spearmen. Some of these villagers are going down there. That was getting a nice charge attack there. Multiple hits there on those horsemen. Now we do have the armored clad research as well as the regular man arms with English player. The House of Lancaster, of course, can call some billmen help strip their armor. And looks like these horsemen will be going down. Red's now, of course, will another town center here. And could go for some more manors. Have now 6 out of 9 potential manors. But just being some more walls over there. Got now the mill. The villager may actually go down there. One villager does get bitten to death. Knights heading down south with a scout for some spotting. Just some housing here, including a fortified outpost with a spring gold emplacement. Horsemen heading up north. Got Pumbaa in the region. And looks like yeah, it's gonna be decapitating the 6th site there, and right here. Sounds like with the knights. Do get a nice impalement there. Clicks out a villager. Spring golem placement, of course, going to be retaliating. Got more villagers down here. Good number of spearmans. One villager does go down there, so both players can now cut off 2 villagers. Yellow does have the village advantage since he did go for towns there much earlier, a secondary town center. Both of the 6 sites are now down, so those 6 sites are now captured. Spring golem placement firing away. Horsemen getting some hits there on these villagers. Holding the 6 sites, every 6 site you hold also gives you 100 gold per minute, so it's pretty nice. At least gives you some income. It's an alternative to also clicking up relics, which each one provides you 80 gold per minute. Plus, if you hold all 3 secret sites, that also starts a countdown victory in your favor. So it's also a game-winning condition when you have all of them. Of course, if you ever want to try to calculate how much is a secret site worth it, since each one provides 100 gold per minute, each monk costs 150 gold, so losing a monk to capture a secret site, which may not even give you a full minute's worth of income return, you have to get at least a minute and a half income return to make that monk worth it. It is somewhat expensive, but it can always be good. It can be a good idea to go for it. Right now, the English player does have enough lord.agion up. The House of Lancaster player is far from it. Going for Lords and Earls Guards. That is a massive number of spearmen. Rose Guards can be better than Man at Arms. They have the same base cost, they have higher mobility. If they just have simply 2 keeps in the field, they will of course get enough damage to overcome the armor clad of the English. Of course, I'm trying to rotate around. Nice hand shot on hard time falling back. That's just a good number of spearmen deployed in the field. Good number of Earl's Guard to hold the line. Yeoman firing away. Horseman does manage to flank around, but the knights are already on top of them. Looks like yellow is just getting overall disintegrated. But it looks like they took equal damage. Red has destroyed more stuff than yellow. But only slightly more to this moment in time. And of course got the White Tower and a town center here, so that is a lot of good garrison spots for some villagers. Archers straight forward, getting some damage on these villagers. Spearmen can start pushing the way forward. We've got also not too many villagers inside this town center. The White Tower does have some. A couple villagers may escape. One villager may escape. Man arms being pulled in the field, be a good frontline unit to help push through some stuff. Yeomen have a bit of trouble punching through their armor. They have right now 8 range armor, so there's yeomen only 1 damage per them. While Earl's Guard are better, man arms these will be able to be highly bullet resistant. The king has been redeployed on the field. Long live the king. Of course, if he just stick around the abbey, and when he gets out of combat, he gets massive help for Jen. Help him cycle in back and forth. Yeoman firing away in a good position there. Also on Castle Place, cutting the bottom of the barrel and stripping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to resources. He needs some more food. Looks like red streaming reinforcements across the map. Don't know if they'll be super great. Looks like we got a good number of yeomen in the field. 62, 63 yeomen in the field. And we're just going for more man at arms, and of course, Horseman won't be half bad. The large round of crossbow goes down there. The House of Nine Castle player basically lost all of his knights. He has some on the field. Also, some Earl's Guard who are slowly pushing their way forward. Some damage there from that precision volley. Crossbow firing away. Yeoman sort of slipping on back. Horseman gains good damage though. Oh, here, just a couple knights straight forward. We'll find a good line of crossbowmen. The king is dead. Red has gone forward to keep it. Now Earl's Guard gets +1 damage. Man arms do take a bit of damage there. Over here, horsemen engaging that villager. Another volley fire there. Gets a good number of crossbowmen that time. Another king on the build queue. The king has been redeployed on the field. Long live the king. Provide some good health for Jen. Maybe just fall back to Abbey, get some health for Jen as well. White Tower Southern region. This gold deposit, so there's plenty of gold, but now the White Tower is getting sieged down by a trebuchet. It is a landmark. It does take, what's it called? Wood to repair rather than stone. Yep, the yeomen are a archer which has slightly higher movement speed than other archers, and as well as spearmen. They have the intermediary high movement speed, the 1.31. Standardly, archers and spearmen move at 1.25, so they're agile archer. Ooh, good volley there on these villagers. Does take a summon there. Horseman and the knight, or the king does go down. The king is dead. Knights push, or men arms push forward. Looks like Churchill will be overran. Of course, gotta keep here for a bit of defense. Knights now are counter-attacking. But we've got good old crossmen there to take out those knights, and got some crossmen on the back line with those men, Earl's Guards for red. Yellow's men arms just charging their way forward. Men arms push way forward. Another precision volley there. Gets another round of crossbowmen. And overall, Yellow's crossbowman will be going down. His main arms are pretty wounded as well. But of course, they have high enough armor where the yeomen only do 1 damage versus them per arrow, which is not great. The red does have a good core crossbow in the back line. Both sides are pretty far from aging up, but Yellow does have some resource reserves. Going for more crossbowmen, men at arms. Men at arms pursuing these long or yeomen. Men at arms get some damage there. Good number of crossbows being blown up by Red. Red right now has 40 crossbows, 20 yeomen. Versus just 32 men at arms and 13 crossbowmen. The Yellow's going for a big round of Magnels. This opponent has mostly range force. Magnels should be a good counter. We'll see soon enough. Maybe some horsemen to go along with them. Magnol gets a good volley there. And of course the nearby network of castles, network citadels get plus boost and attack speed. Very good. They'll still claim some more gold up here. This gold deposit has been unspoiled. This one has been spoiled quite a bit. And Red's going to be trying to seize this gold deposit. Pretty close to Yellow, though. He may spot it. Remember, outpost there just for spotting. Local Doggo demands head pats. And over here, got some main arms. Getting engaged with some Earl Guard. And we now got the Roaring Guard Palace for the House of Lancaster. So, House of Lancaster player is aging up. Red is very far from aging up. Or Yellow's very far from aging up. Though, he is making some good progress towards it. I wonder what King's College upgrades has he gone for. None of them. This could be pretty nice. Go for the Demi-Lances +5 versus bonus armor versus heavy units. Could be quite nice. And then he has the Roaring Palace to get access to a steady supply of Roaring Demi-Lances. He's right now going for Garrus Commands. It's a pretty cheap Spearman deployment with a free Earl's Guard to go along with them. Don't know if he has Billman upgrade at the moment. We got now these yeomen being intercepted by some horsemen, and got some spring golden placements here. Just before, good number of Magnellas here. You're taking some damage there. Has not gone for either of these final upgrades for the manners just yet. So these manners may be going on down. Magnellas are effectively a soft counter to structures, while the churches, of course, are a hard counter there. Let's take out one of the farms there. Science going to get torched. Maynard does go down there. Got some of his unique demi or hold blows. The light force for the House of Lancaster. No levies. Record. Red may hold. He's lacking melee units to deal for the siege weapons. Actually, it does look a number of spearmen there. Horseman coming for a nice little flank. Go straight for the crossbowman. Each player has enough gold age on up. Very far on food. Red's arm is still looking picked apart. And Red does back up the game now. The sand grade saying, thanks for watching, and on to the next replay. This is the right one. I believe so. Let's see. First one is Hill and Dale 20 or 22. This one? Yep, this one. Nope. He doesn't have a 100% win rate. Nobody does, so congratulations. Greetings everyone, and great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top right side is the Cyan Abbasid Dynasty, you got sort of. Spawn bottom left side is the Blue English, you got Twilight. When it comes to this map, this course is a map with a lot of gold deposits on the field, so the Abbasid Dynasty is naturally high, very high collection rate, could be very nice there. He does also have some deer over here. Of course, both players do spar their deer deposits in front, or at least in their plateau. Blue's initial gold and stone deposits are nice behind this tree deposit, while Abstinence's stone deposit behind. House Wisdom going on up. And let's see, what else is there? I guess Cyan has both his stone deposits pretty close by right here, as well as this other large one way over here. Blue has his two stone deposits are both over here, and a bit more safer. And actuality, both large stone deposits in the center are actually more on Cyan's side of the map, if that makes a difference. Abbey of Kings being pulled out by Blue. Of course, got the Free King. And over here we do have the Culture Wing, which suggests me that Cyan's going to eye for a fast castle. The first research is the preservation knowledge, reduce the cost of technologies and age advancements by 20%. Very nice. And then it follows up with one that provides a bit of health regeneration to keep some town servers, not too important. And then the villagers and traders get 2 health per economic upgrade, not too important. The key part of all the culture wing is this first research, which is useful pretty much getting on any time of age. Usually I see this being researched either in age 2, heading to age 2, or heading to age 4. Because heading to age 4, this is quite nice because all the university tech is quite expensive. But if I usually see age 2, which suggests to me that he's probably going to go for a faster castle. Foodstuffs and preservation knowledge. You're going to get foodstuffs before this, which could have got a slight discount, but it's not too much. 100 resources with 20% discount, we would have saved him 20 resources. Abstinency players should either get out the Golden Age Tier 1 sooner or later. It's a very powerful upgrade. And now I do have another town center being brought up to English. So Blue's may be eyeing for a bit of an economic boom. I'm going to use that free first king to apply some pressure. Cyan's going for a large amount of wood here. I'm not so sure what he's eyeing. Is he going for a large number of farms? Good number of sheeple there, so I'm not sure what he's going to be eyeing. Oh no, he has plenty of wood and stone, so he's going for a second town center himself. You could have gone for the economic wing for that and get out, which the Fertile Crescent does reduce the cost of additional town centers by 30%. Then you could have saved off his research for the cultural wing for the next age. But either way. And the king is starting to engage. Takes on one of the villagers there, very nice. Golden Age Tier 1 not activated, getting one of the most powerful economic benefits in the entire game, plus 50% gathering rate for all resources. That's a very powerful effect. Scout here, just being annoying. Does get the secondary town center there. This player's going for some longbowmen. He's probably going to age up next with the military wing, boot camp, and composite bows, both very powerful upgrades. You also get a pair of free camel riders. Blue will likely age up with the white tower, provide some extra defense, maybe the center choke point, and perhaps use the Berkshire Palace to help lock down right there. Blue's rotating around. My apologies. I feel like I just got all stuffed up for some reason. Side's going a very large amount of wood. It's going for archery range and it's stable. I'm for bit stability in his life. Got some longbow push the way forward. Horsemen would be a good counter to them. Does get a hit on one. And I just probably make it safe enough to get the village production and plus provide some protection for a certain nearby resource, so you can skimp out on defense while also going for economy. Okay, so the longbow, both these horsemen needs to fall back. You will lose that one. The king does get an impalement there. Because posting right there prevent the king from harassing the gold deposit. And this town center here, next to the deer deposit, not only this also helps provide protection for over here. You note there is an opening here based on the mini-map. It helps lock down this part of the map while also keeping the deer deposit secure. It's just a way to be safe. The town center themselves are not great at defending. They're just only good versus some raiding forces, but it's easy to take it down with a proper assault. Especially with siege engineers. The ability to, if you see the town center pretty far off the beaten path, you can just simply go for a battering ram escorted by a small number of archers, and you will crush a secondary town center no problem. It's hard to destroy a secondary town center once in your opponent's base, in your own base. But if it's off a distance, it is really easy to pick off. Scout will be surrounded there, so the scout will be sacked. Plus one range damage on the way for the Absent Dynasty. Some damage on those archers. And vice versa, got some longbow there. Got some spear braces there on those horsemen. One horseman will go down, but likely those spearmen will go down in return. And these horsemen will pursue these archers. We got some vanguard or early man arms here. The archers will do some damage to them. They have 3 range armor, so the archers do 3 damage per arrow, which is okay, not great. This one's going for plus 1 range damage, so they'll take 2 damage, just reduce some damage received by 50%. Or by 33%, depending on which way you look at it. And Blue's trying to fall back now, taking some damage there. Let's go and check over here. Yeah, Twitch is still really bugged out. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't load up my stream on my computer. Maybe with the new Twitch update, the reason why I can't view my own streams is because it classifies a lurker and they think it's a bot account. Because they've been making some updates to that, and wouldn't surprise me. Twitch is a hilariously incompetent company. Economic wing being researched, not the military wing. This will, of course, give him access to the agriculture technology, as well as, of course, the Fertile Crescent. Agriculture technology will give him plus 50% additional gathering rate from farms. Effectively, with the plus 10 from the food economic growth, plus 15 from the Golden Age, plus 50% here. You have a absurdly high collection rate of plus 80% in total. Also being prepped up to get access to improved processing later on. It's also pretty close to getting Golden Age Tier 2, which is not too important, makes your just research faster. Nothing too critical there. Archer's getting some damage there. Getting the veteran archer will greatly help out doing the man-at-arms, not to mention crossbowman. Then archer upgrades will improve the base damage by 2 rather than by 1. What's then blacksmith research get additional 1, so we get a 3 additional damage here, going from 2 damage up to 5 damage per arrow, which is much better. Veteran archer research there. Additionally, later on, you can always get access to the composite bow, but maybe not. Fertile Crescent being researched. Good idea to get that before we start building farms, because it'll at least make your farms cheaper as well. Veteran horseman research, as well as the plus 1 range damage there. English player is aging up now, going with the White Tower. A little bit more defensive, but it will give him a lot of villager storage in this region, that's for sure. 15 for the capital, 20 for the White Tower, 8 for the additional town center. And he will be collecting the last of his natural gold. Science collected up the last of his own as well, so need to start expanding. These two may be the best spots since it's just outside of his entrance. Sign needs to start eyeing to expand. Maybe collect some more stone to get the keep going. He is putting some basic walls there. He can always go for traders, but the post is not exactly a great spot. A large amount of research being researched. Got the regular man-at-arms upgrade and the armor clad. Oh yeah, did I say plus 80% food collection? I meant plus 50% food collection. I don't know what I was thinking. Mine's a little bit melted right now. Does have, of course, Golden Age Tier 2. Gold deposit going to be exhausted. Gold deposit here being obtained as well. Sign at least has a good presence under the map there, which will keep the gold deposits safe there. Blue could expand over here. That should be the safe spot there. So those science scouts in the region. And let's see how much gold is left here. Not enough for an age up, so you can't rely on his enclosures. You have to cancel all the gold expenditures in order to get that. But for a large number of barracks and eventually a stable. Blue needs to break out this contain. Also be a slow death for him. It's like Cyan's going to try to wall his opponent there with some basic wooden walls there, and going to then clean up some delicious berries, or at least it would be delicious for him. You have the improved berry collection. This is a large berry deposit as well. Blue's king, being engaged by a scout. Blue's gonna be, nope, not responding at the moment. Goes for a Wolo there, but I don't think the king can be converted. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Nope. So there's no traitor king. More housing going up. Science had actually gone for a third town center here in a weird spot. I love the deformation action. Adds a bit of a road there. Don't think that makes it traversable, but still pretty funny. Wouldn't be suited for combat either way. Nobody's riding goats. You know goats are the goat. You do have, of course, this outpost going up right there, which would be a good way to spot. Cyan's also going to be bold and try to click this gold deposit. That's dangerous. Cyan overall is just going to have great field control. Blue is nowhere near has enough gold to Agion up, so he needs to make a breakout and find some sort of gold deposit. Cyan's also trying to lock it down, going for at least multiple spotting locations. Man, arms straight forward. We could see a Wolo there. Nope, it's on cooldown, the conversion ritual. Those need to get on out of there. Cyan's army's not advanced down south. It's time to advance its way forward. Conversion ritual should be off cooldown really soon. The Imam does go down there. Good mixed force back here. Blue has now staged a breakout. He can obtain that gold deposit down south. He's getting some units over there as soon as he can, because right now he has minimal gold. He has decent amount of food. He can maintain good man-arms production at the moment. That'd be predictable. He has some wood and food to work with, so go for other trash units. Sign does go for a pair of spring golds there, so go for a man-at-arms pants. Sounds like an awesome counter. Sign's now trying to obtain some more sacred sites there. Sign has also claimed 4 relics. The 5th relic is, of course, right here. Sign slowly torching his way forward. The White Tower, I'm so surprised, not in range. Starting to get in range now. The military wing now being researched. Absence is going to be advancing. He will, of course, get some free military units along with it. He will get some 3-hand cannoneers. They also have access to all the very powerful military technologies. There's a reason why you usually see that age 2 or 3. 1 for the free military units for age 2. By age 3, getting good composite bowmen and boot camps is a very good upgrade. Increased health for all your infantry units there. Elams already have pretty high health for a heavy infantry unit there. Not to mention this improves their health even further. And they're overall really good melee combatant, to say the least. Force from staging a breakout. Blue has still not obtained a secure gold deposit. Outpost here. Gonna be torched on down. Seems horseman. Abstinence, he could go for a camel riders. Over here we do have these forces engaging. He sees Gundam Horsemen as well as Spearmen. Got a Wolo there. He may convert some of these guys. He does not get that one Spearman. 6 side slogan decaptured. Sign's going to go for a keep here. Looks like the Lancers are doing some great work over there. Imam is not being bolted. Abstinency's Horseman and Lancer straight forward. And now the side Abstinency's player is now age 4 and almost like going age tier 3. And he does have AoE healing on the keeps, which is very nice. It's difficult for me to estimate how useful it is, but it wins the fight. That can help him quickly recover some health before pushing way forward. These units are very wounded, so I think that the health regen was useful to a certain degree. There's 3 hand cannoneers, need to be a move forward, not move forward. Now they're being microed. And the units inside the keep are getting passively healed up as well, so these villagers are at full health now. We can start collecting up some gold. Blue is not going for Military Academy, has not staged a breakout. He can go for Horsemen, Spearmen, and Longbowmen. And so what resources he wants at the market. But he needs to obtain another gold source. Maybe at this rate, go for traders? Ugh. Blue's also running a bit low in wood. I do not know how Blue's going to stage a breakout this moment in time. For successful. Oh, looks like Blue is actually obtaining gold. He could try aging up. I think the Berkshire Palace would be quite good, help protect some gold deposits. At least protect his entrance. Warrenguard Palace is very good. It's very cost effective. The problem is, I think he needs Berkshire Palace just for presence in the center of the map, or around some gold deposits. Well, Berkshire Palace right here I think would be good, because also provide some protection over here. The sign is also already going for keep over here, primarily protect the 6 site as well as protect a gold deposit. The English player is forward to pass this game. English player almost have enough resources to age on up, has enough resources to age on up. Drops all the gold there. Berkshire Palace in a very good defensive location. Won't be able to project too much towards that gold deposit, but can help control the part of the map there. Prevent units from going over here. They have to go pretty far wide. So there's a pair of gold deposits there. Sign should have this area spotted by the scout, or not scout, horseman. Lots of research here, including the improved processing. That's how much far it reaches out, so yeah, it gets good coverage over here, which will also mean to go start projecting towards our right a little bit better. Sign has plenty of gold deposits here to obtain, not to mention it already has a good contingent of villagers as well as keeps in this region. Sign's claimed up all 6 sites well. This one could be easily decaptured. And now the English player is going for enclosures. Good number of farms there. We'll get a good amount of extra gold generating. He may have some military units located inside the Berkshire Palace. Not a bad idea. Really get that thing firing. What was it? The, what's his name? Lindy Beige? Burge? Flaming arrows are like laser beams. Damn, that video's old, isn't it? I think that video may be 10 years old now. Also going for some basic mining techs. He didn't really need it beforehand. That's what it does. Horsemen forwarding very good numbers. Spearmen's in reserve. Elam's going to be an excellent unit, though Blue has some crossbowmen support in the field. Of course, Blue does have network citadels, or at least network castles to help support him. Does have citadels. So Commander Shepherd has a very good store here, at least. It's probably one of these shops. And probably the market itself. Though knowing him, probably the blacksmith. Elam's straight forward. Though it could be also a port nearby to get all those fish for his allegedly fish collection. Look, that meme is still going around. Elon's horseman push rate 4. Of course, got the White Tower and the capital here. The capital does have 2 defense arrows rather than just 1, if that matters much. The White Tower provides a bit more firepower. You also have now some elite cam archers moving forward in the field. Of course, get access to the camel support. And also, it's also mounted archer gets bonus saving versus light melee and light gunpowder. It's a pretty decent backline archer unit. Positive bowman just researched there as well, which I don't think affects camel archers. Side's not push way forward. Blue's villagers heading down south for winter. Right now, Blue does have a fair number of villagers. Sun has an even greater amount. Does have Golden Age Tier 3. I think Sun may want to get rid of some villagers. He may be a little bit oversupplied, at least not get them replacing. Also has walled off this gold deposit. Blue's trying to obtain this wood deposit. Berkshire Palace still fighting away against some reinforcements there. Very good presence. This is pretty much the key part. I thought over here would be good. Help provide some protection towards this gold deposit. But pushing forward this way would just be a bit of an area denial, which is also a really good idea. But that's why about denial. Blue has lost a good number of farms. But of course, English farms are like 1/3 the cost. They're dirt cheap. The king has been redeployed along with the king. Archer slowly going on down. Sign has higher to short value than Blue, so Sign still overall has a pretty good presence in this game. I mentioned overall just better field presence. Claim from multiple gold deposits right now. This one's almost fully consumed. Not mentioned these 2 gold deposits that's pretty close by to his territory. Can't be protected. So has still keeps and all this stuff over here. Blue has a claw for some more resources. Of course, got some portions here. Blue still has a claw for even wood, let alone gold. Blue pretty much has to rely on closures right now for any sort of gold income. Got spring going place him here. Blue has a contingent of knights push along the flanks. We do have a keep trying to be established here. Elite army tactics have been fully researched. Got chemistry down the way for Cyan. So maybe eyeing for some more advanced siege weapons. Side has been decaptured. Have some of these going for more Giloms as well as Lancers. With more Horsemen and Spearmen going for a little bit of everything. Very nice. Oh, close to this, Berkshire Palace took a massive hit there. Quadruple Culverin. So that's the primary purpose of chemistry to boost up their damage. Right now they're doing plus 215 versus building. And now they're doing 269 versus building. White Tower's been fully upgraded, barring boiling oil. Science also going for court architects now. Blue's now starting to counterattack there. The king provides good healing, but king is dead. Some hand cannons are back line from Blue. And causes Bowman firing away. The Abstinency players actually getting low on food as well as wood. That's plenty cold. So any future villagers needs to be rotated off of gold onto other resources. Got a fair number of farms in some of the map. Oh, we got some cyan sheeple there, which is providing some spawning for cyan. Villagers do go ahead and try to take on the elite spearmen. Take a bit of a use there. Of course, Gilom's going to be ripping them apart. Gilom has 9 range armor. These little short bows do 5 damage. Looks like they don't get benefit from the +1 range damage, nor the +1 black melee damage. Actually, the English player has not even got +1 range damage the entire game. That's interesting. It's the English. If he does get +3 damage, those villagers would do 1 damage versus Elons. Starting another assault there for his culverins, among other units. Sign maybe trying to close the game now. Got 50 versus 70 military units there. Sign's to reclaim all the sacred sites. Blue's knights rotating around, and blue does go for a round of stone walls there. And here.
Go to work at Donarita.
Here are some more camels being established. We got a good number of camel riders. Camels right now have 8-5 armor, so good versus melee, as well as good versus somewhat resistant ranged units. And now Science actually going for trade wing right now. So you may be eyeing for some traders in the future. There's still plenty of gold on the map. I don't think the trade wing is going to be super useful. Let's see. Improves gold income by 30%. Plus 25%. Effectively plus 55% total. Yeah, I don't see any real good usage for the trade wing at the moment. You will get a handful of free traders. 5 free traders. Expensive, will be quite expensive for 5 free traders, because also Abstinency does also have discount traders. This is traders rather than caravans. The Abstinency does you get unique traders in form of camel caravans. And the White Tower is taking a beating. The White Tower does go down there. The Berkshire Palace already gone down. It's leaving the capital and the Abbey of Kings. Blue does get an absolute full surround on this army, so Blue may be able to kill off these forces. His one has mostly camel archers, who are good versus the gunpowder units, not be very good versus the horsemans. It looks like Cyan's army got completely crushed by that 360 surround. Camel Riders 3-4, they are excellent anti-cavalry units. But they, of course, are a little bit squishy in being completely surrounded. They do have 400 base health, which is one of the healthiest cavalry units in the entire game. There's the camel caravans. They do move faster, but carry less. Let's see, how's the trade going? Right now, providing 24 gold per trade. They are pretty cheap, 40-40. Base usually traders cost 60-60. Now I got the Grand Bazaar, giving plus 25% value of other resources. Probably would be a good item since he has plenty of food through farms. Couple more, another keep going on up there. Sign can lose some villagers. Got Gunner Smear there. Villagers trying to recover the Berkshire Palace. And Kenny is firing away. They do not have super gunpowder, so they're just good range units. And looks like the keep will be interrupted. Elite crossing on the way for the Absolute Dynasty player. He doesn't need that research. He has not fighting against any sort of heavy unit. Barring the king, and he does sell 2 lance or knights in the field. Trying to rebuild these walls. There are a handful of basic stone walls would be quite good, but now the English players are running low on stone. He has a pretty good amount of food, wood, and gold. He can always sell off some food as well. English are known for massive pile of food. The Absolute Dynasty player has a good amount of food, wood, and an absurd amount of gold. It feels the longer the game goes on, the better the Absolute Dynasty's situation will be. Of course, you needed what, 5,000 stone to go for a wonder victory. You now have a round of walls going on up. Good amount of proxy production here if needed as well. And blue's about to break through here. Blue's going to be running low on wood relatively soon, though there's some more tree deposits over here. A little bit exposed. Berkshire Palace has been re-completed and now under fire. No boiling oil and no weapon upgrades. Engineers and archers now being engaged by some horsemen, but got a good number of camel riders to stop them. The king is dead. Keep here firing away. They appear to be fully upgrading the science side. And I mentioned he does also have court architects as well. Some damage on these units there. These players consume quite a bit of gold, going for bombards and cannoneers. Hand cannoneers are pretty gold intensive. Right now, I think spearmen would be a pretty good option for the English player to mix on in. I mentioned there's plenty of food and wood to go along with it. Camel riders will definitely be a bit more of a hard counter. They are pretty cheap in gold. Archers firing away as well. The composite bowmen will be excellent versus the hand cannoneers, of course. Berkshire Palace goes down once again. A pair of culverins here. And now we have the additional trader armor. Still not too many traders in the field. I think they're trying to get the research going. Absolutely, this is actually pretty low in food and wood. And has some bit of gold of his gold stockpile. Got a massive round of archers queued on up, as well as camel riders with some Gilons and some engineers mixed on in. Also has 4 spearmen on the field. Overall, it looks like science pushing back blue once again. Blue, of course, has repaired the white tower for extra defense, leaving also the capital and the Abbey King still remaining. The king has been redeployed. 2 minutes left on 6-side victory. So not only Blue can't really stall out the game based on economy, he's also can't stall the game based on a 6-side victory. Culverin's firing away. Horseman now straight forward. The king is dead. Horseman Blue managed to get on top of the Culverins. All the Culverins will go down. Looks like Science Force will be cleaned on up. He's also going for some stone walls on the single sites there. Just using keeps to protect this area and has a EMOM on top of it, which won't last too long, honestly. He's now launching an attack. We've got a good number of units here. He can place his range units on top of the walls. Give them more range defense and range. Additionally, he could actually eye for some stone towers here. Stone towers are statistically better than keeps, and Blue has resigned. And Grades here saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Oops, not restart. Please give me a moment, I do need the restroom. My apologies, I am back. And I have time probably for one more replay for tonight. Let's see. This is the longest one I have queued on. Actually, I want to try to find that. No. Do another one of his. This one is from 822 on Gorge. This one? This one. Yes. You talking about Wukong? Very loosely. I've seen him a lot of depictions of him in various games, such as the Shin Megami Tensei series, but nothing much more about that. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on bottom left side is the magenta mullions, got sort of. Small on top right side is the blue Chinese, got Lord Voldemort. When it comes to the initial map layout, I do see Blue has both a deer deposit and the boar deposit next to each other. A little bit of gold and stone up here, so decent amount of resources up north. He does have both gold, other gold deposits over here with a bit of stone to mix on in, but that's about it. Deer deposit pretty far forward, so that's going to be a bit more dangerous. So if he wants to go for that, he may need to go for professional scouts. Malian player, his gold deposit spawned in front rather than off the side, so it makes it a little bit more vulnerable to raids. Otherwise, he does have all of his stone spawned this side of the map. We got 1, 2 very close by each other, and another 1, 2 here. As I mentioned, the gold deposit here and there. And on this side of the map, just a small gold and the deer deposit. Some berries here as well, but of course, berries are not necessarily a great source of nutrition, just a source of nutrition. Imperial Academy now being employed in the field. And a good number of sheeple being brought back home. I wonder if he's going to go for the professional scouts or fast song dynasty. Chinese can go for either direction. It feels like professional scouts are pretty common nowadays, but he's fighting against some Mullions who are also known for warrior scouts.
漂亮，
Pure officials not being employed in the field, of course.
那很高兴。
Mill here. Monster core is still being built.
是的，您好。
Chinese players collecting up a decent amount of wood at the moment.
您需要什么？
Wish he could. He has enough for a production structure now. Guess we'll see and see what he's going to plan to do. He is going for professional scouts, so that's probably a stable being built somewhere for the... Yep, there's a stable there. So it looks like we're going to see professional scouts for the Chinese player. Maybe increases food income a little bit to get good scout production going. Up here, do have a Donzo deployed in the field. Defense position there. We'll manage to steal one of these delicious pieces of venison. Gonna slow down here. Scout will spot the professional scouts. For now, the Chinese player has gone for triple scouts and 2 of spearman. For the Malian player, do have some javelin throwers, an archer, and hardened Donzo. So a bit of a mix of everything. And does spot the professional scout there, drops the piece of venison. The scout can go straight through the town center. He does also have the hand cannoneer monument there. That's clearly the source of the defensive hand cannoneer slip of it. This guy firing it. Just imagine this golden terracotta. Archer firing away, hitting some of these spearmen, hardened spearmen. Donzo is superior to Spearman. They have 8 damage and 100 health. They do cost 10 resources more. Spearman in person do have 8 damage, 90 health, and 0 melee armor. Scout does get a bit of damage there. Take a bit of damage there. Try to go for another piece of venison, unsuccessful. Professional scouts have been or not professional scouts. 5 techs are being researched by Magenta, who's collecting up the venison normally. Spearmen do take out an archer there. Plus 1 range damage on the way for the Malian player. Chinese player does have some archers in the field. We'll need Song Disney before it gets out Zunch news. Of course, the Chinese always a good idea to go for range armor because you never know when Zunch news may show up and annihilate your units if you don't have those range upgrades, range armor upgrades. Professional scouts not being researched by the Chinese player. And there's probably a decent amount of gold. Yep, there's a lot of taxes there. Enough to help finish off the age up, so he's starting to not go for any more gold income. Doesn't need any more of this age in general. Not to mention there's plenty of taxes in that mill. In the lumber mill, there's also some other bit of wood there. Gold mill does not have any taxes in it though. Good damage there. Takes out 1 javelin throwers there. Donzo intercepting the horseman, but 1 Donzo is maybe not enough. Archers engaging, hitting some hit there on the Donzo as well. Now Blue's trying to fall back. Blue's now obtained these pieces of venison. Over here, Purple's cleaning up this venison the good old-fashioned way with the outpost nearby. He has a way to protect himself from the scouts. Also going for an arrow slit while at it. Another arrow slip being researched now. Well, that's the same one. Chinese player has consumed some more gold there with the blacksmith research, but still plenty of gold inside the mill or the age up. Horse advancing, trying to gauge some more of these range users. Javelin throwers have high base aim, so you'll punch through the armor a little bit better.
À lui, il faut pareil. Là où il est.
Magenta's pushing way forward. We got decent defense force here. Villager is still cooking quite a bit of food there, but looks like he may be close to going out, but it's hard to tell since the carcasses tend to stack up on each other. Fortified outpost deployed out somewhere. Not right here though. Not there either. Fortified outpost somewhere. Oh, this is the fortified outpost. The fortified outpost and the regular outpost look very similar to me. My apologies. But now Blue is aging up with the Imperial Palace. He has not gotten Song Dynasty. Imperial Palace is effectively the lighthouse. But now he can either go for the Song Dynasty or try something called the Yuan Dynasty. Yuan Dynasty will of course give him access to Fire Lancers, but this one will probably just go for Donzo to counter. Palace Guard wouldn't be half bad. Of course, you have to be careful about Musafati warriors. These villagers may be picked off there. Does not drop off the food before getting on in. Magenta's not trying to rotate and counter. Not too many Donzo, I'd say. Has some Musafati warriors. And Blue's actually going to take time to try to steal some venison, but it looks like when the scouts do get picked on off, another scout will be picked on off as well, so he will not steal any piece of venison. Though some of the pieces did scatter pretty wide. Blue does get warded away. Chinese player still Tang Dynasty, which means he has better scouts. They have higher vision radius, things like plus 25%. Also means he still does not have access to Zun Chinus. Of course, the Mayan player is going for a healthy number of Javelin throwers, so going for Zun Chinus is probably not a great idea. So maybe Fire Lancers would be good to go straight for the Yuan Dynasty. He's also aged up as well, so getting out some monks, which he is, grabbing some relics could be quite nice, and Yuan Dynasty, if he gets enough, could get the pagodas while at it. And don't you need yeah, you need Song Dynasty to get out granaries. I always forget about that part, because usually you just see that by now. So the Chinese player does not have granaries at the moment. Good spear brace there. Some Palace Guard mixed on in. Musafati warriors move at the same speed. Gonna be a good counter. Got the capital firing away as well as this outpost as well. Good amount of defensive placements there. I don't think Blue will be able to win the game right now. His front line's not super great, and I mentioned the archers are going to be hit by the various defensive placements. Got another arrow slip there, going for a fortified outpost now. We know what Javelin throws here, so I think Blue will lose his army. Bardic and of the Sun up in point of field. Very far forward is effectively a glorified outpost, also pushing Song Dynasty. And Lancer not pulling a few. I've used Donzo or Miss Funny Words engage it. Donzo, I put more value in. Barbican in the Sun's almost complete. Now complete, so now the Chinese player is Song Dynasty, which also improves the work speed of town centers by 25%. Those will now take 15 seconds to produce rather than 20 seconds, so he will start building villagers faster. The that Chinese player does have 52 villagers versus 41. Chinese players cut off a good number, but made the modern player was a little bit behind some village production while in the games. It's down by additional 4 there. Or made Imperial officials count as civilians in these numbers up here, which would make sense. There's 4 Imperial official models on the ground, on the field. That's why he's behind by 4 there. That could be it. I don't know if Imperial officials count to this number. Never paid close enough attention. So I'll take 7 plus 42, so that would be 49. 5 difference for officials. I think that's adequate. As a there, going for more production back here. Has a good number of cows. Gotta keep those doggies rolling. Still 300 gold inside there. Needs to start collecting that up. Here, a good number of javelin throwers being pulled in the field by the Mullion player. Paliscar trying to pursue them. Paliscars don't have high range armor, so they can be punched through quite easily by the javelins. Arts in the backline firing away. And he's playing skating some good amount of resources stored on up. Could start eyeing towards his Age 4 or eye for Unit Dynasty. Age 4 would probably be a bit better, and maybe try to eye for a Great Gatehouse Center. Spirit Way is pretty nice. There's a lot of good opportunities, I'm just going to simply say. He's also claimed 4 rugs and picked up 5th, which also does perhaps sway his opponent to go for more Yuan Dynasty route. Perhaps both, well, both go for Age 4 and Yuan Dynasty. And I just have a feeling that Fire Lancers just scream to be very good at the moment for all these gem throwers. Going for the Red Enforcement upgrade, and all 6 sites have been claimed. There's some berries right now. Good amount of gold in this lumber mill. Looks like one pure official just trying to collect all the taxes. Grand Colony Corral. Of course, got a pair of outposts for defense. Yep, I have definitely a good feeling that Chinese player's going for his Age 4. There's Age up. I don't... 0 stones been collected, so he's probably going to go for the Spirit Way. He did spend some food. have too many villagers on food. Has some villagers on board, but that's it. Blue may have hit a bit of a roadblock with his lack of food. He could purchase enough food to age on up. He has a massive Yuan dynasty. We've got the astronomical clock tower now being deployed in the field. I think the fact that he had a roadblock with his food production, he hasn't been properly transitioned to food, may have convinced him to go Yuan dynasty rather than go for age 4. This of course give him access to faster units, as well as the fire lancers. I mentioned he has 4 relics, or 5 relics, which could give him pagodas. This is not complete. Now all of his units get plus 50% movement speed, 1.44. And of course, access to the Fire Lancer. So for some Mustafadi warriors there, not being too far aggressive. Got some granaries here. And he plays a massive pile of gold. I wonder if the pagodas have been built or being built. Don't see any at the moment. So some damage there. Does appear to have imported armor resource, 6 armor. These archers do have 9 damage. This force on patrol on the flank. Got a decent defense force here. 20 archers. As if the Barbican sun does go down. Transport has now hooked up some stone, nothing too significant. Maybe designed for a small income going. We do have. Oh wait, it's also the pagodas can also provide a bit of stone income as well, providing X amount of income in general. For some spring golden places around his base. I always find the Chinese king cannoneers a little bit more cost effective, costing a lot less stone, half the gold, and offer, I think, economically a bit more DPS. These forces before got a number of pagodas in the region, which could be torched on down. Chinese players going for some horsemen, no fire lancers, going for nested bees. These forces falling back. Sofas engaging. The good number of crossbows for defense though, so some of the Sofas will take us some villagers, which is significant. They have somewhat equal number of villagers at the moment. Purple did a good job of holding off a good number of those villagers, that's for sure. Got a spring golden place here and a fortified outpost to boot. Blue has plenty of wood and stockpile as well as gold, just needs more food. We'll have almost enough for a keep as well. But just not push way forward. Monster takes some damage there. This monster has 2 relics. Oh, that speed does get interrupted. Then speed fires as well. Cross him on the backline, firing against these sofas. More sofas prick forward. Nesby's firing away. They do good generalist damage, but they also a bit more of a counter unit as well. Doing 10% bonus, 33 additional percent bonus damage to these archers. Let's get a good volley on the archers this time. SB is being repaired on up. These are clock tower SB as well, so they have additional health, easy to keep them alive. Purple may want to start falling back. He's a little bit too more losses there. It has no proper counter these SBs, taking out some good, seeing a lot of good losses there. Sofa stringing them one at a time. One sofa almost goes down, but the other's going to be safe enough. Got now the keep here. One SB does go down. Starting to take out some of these wall segments. We got multiple keeps now being established by blue. Plenty of gold to age on up. Mauling player has enough gold to age up as well. Triple granary up here. I mentioned this gold deposit's still here. It's completely untouched. Looks like the Chinese player did a great job preserving this gold income. In fact, yeah, I feel like he has hardly touched the gold on his side of the map whatsoever. He has 0 gold, 0 villagers on gold, and he has 800 gold per minute. That's how he's doing quite well. He's simply not even touching his gold, so he's going to be perfectly fine for gold income for a very long time. He's been just surviving off of the 5 relics he's got, now plus 4 or 3 pagodas, which each one provides 100 gold. And for a time frame, he had a sacred sites, but not so much right now. And he's also been living off a good amount of taxes. So right now blue's in a very good position, even though defensive. He has approaching enough resources to age up. The Great Gatehouse will be excellent defensive placement. The Spirit Way, of course, would be an excellent army booster as well. It's hard to say which one he should go for, but it looks like he's going to go for the Great Gatehouse right here. And this will help protect this large gold deposit as well as farming, so that's a good spot for it. Not very well saturated, but it's a little bit hard to saturate it because of the wall segments. Also, I think if they should just remove the limitation, it has to build in walls, since it's not really used for that aspect, but at least able to be anchored forward like any other wall segment. Maybe it spawns a pair of some basic wall segments around it for the anchor part, as part of its own spawn, if there's no walls nearby. Hard to say. By the way, this gold deposit is going to be very hard to deal with. It looks like Purple's going to take time to try to steal some of the stone, and starting to steal it. Blue has been maintaining some decent stone production from the relics. He needs to get out Tithe Barn as soon as he can. A whole pile of research, including pyrotechnics, elite crossbowmen, elite spearmen, a spring golden placement, and additional barrels, improving the volley of the nest beast by 3, increasing it from 7 to 10, a massive firepower increase. Fort of the Huntress now being researched by the Mullion player. Could be probably deployed closer to the sacred site. Got these forces rotating around. Got, of course, some defensive spring golem placements. Looks like these relics have been set free. Of course, he does have another monastery somewhere. And like I said beforehand, I want to see Tithe Barn since he has all 5 relics. But he has spent a decent amount of gold, that's for sure. Starting to queue up some hand cannoneers. Crossbowman fires away. Got some of the Palace Guard here. Overall, I think Horsemen would be a great option against all these archers. Fire Lancers, of course, will have some AoE. Nest of Bees, that's actually a very good option. Tithe Barn saw research by the Chinese players as well. That will spike up his income. At least from the relics. Giving effectively, let's see, provide 40 food, wood, and 10 stone. Effectively 2 villagers additional income times 5, so effectively 10 villagers additional income. Not bad, and infinite. Take a bit of time for that stuff all to count up. But effectively we go 100, 100, 100, and then 35. We do also have now the ancient techniques of giving plus 12% gathering rate and plus additional 4 if the 8th goes with the Ming Dynasty. This one has a good number of archers in the field, so not a good idea to go for grenadiers because of them being anti-gunpowder. I think grenadiers are classified as light gunpowder rather than heavy gunpowder, or even just regular gunpowder. The archers will be counted to them. The Chinese player, I think he should go for a heavy reinforcement. Going for elite horseman biology now. And going for elite armor tactics and more food collection, of course. We got the precision training, which is the alternative to the incendiaries for the Mullions. And Donzo's range damage Donzo's by +6, archers by 2, and gem throws by 3. Farming leadership makes sofas move faster to keep in formation, and some bombard emplacements. Right now we've got 7 clock tower, clock the nest of bees, which is basically a hive of bees. Up here, we do have another sofas, engaging the horsemen. Got some hand cannons firing away. There's all those horsemen. Successful defense. Still a sizable formation here, and of course, as long as it stays nearby for the hunters, it will fight. Yep, we just saw the stealth engage for these archers. So this formation is now hidden. We also got some Musfari gunners who should be hidden without any mobility reductions. And it looks like some are starting to reveal themselves. SBs fires away. Blue can of course spot this. Be mixing some scouts in formation. We got now biology being researched by the Chinese player. I thought you already had that being researched. Battle hardened as well. Biology being researched by the Somalian players. Going heavy in sofas. SBs do get some damage there. Up north, we have some sofas breaking on through. Second side being decaptured now. Do have a second side victory available win in 3 minutes for the Mulligan player. Blue has lost some significant amount of civilians at 79. And some of these sofas are starting going down there. We got a bit of a 360 surround by purple. Blue's force is completely surrounded, taking some damage there from all sides now. SB's firing away. 5 SBs still remaining, taking out large groups of archers. None of these archers are really wounded now. Bombards engaging for the hunters. The SBs do siege damage, so they can do full damage versus garrisons. However, they don't do as much as mangonels. So those outlying structures do get cleaned on up. One hunters now set ablaze. One of the hunters has gone down now. The pile squad is now the way for the Chinese player. He's scraping upon the barrel because of food. Both sides are low in food. His Mulligan player is basically out of wood. In fact, I think he has no village left in wood. He has some, and maybe have bad gathering path right now. He has some gold and wood to work with, and starting to get some food in as well. Both sides don't have too much resources. One player has some stone to work with, so maybe repairing it for the hunters and reinforcing a nearby keep could help out. And the structure's starting to go on down now. Siege walks now being researched. Clock tower bombards still firing away. Of course, I'm trying to find some more of these ranges. Surface report get hit by some Chinese Hankineers, one of the best Hankineers in the game, and 5.5 range. These units straight forward over there. Has some surface retaliating. Let's hit some archers. Hit some archers there. And can still find the back line. Some of these SPs are still going down. Bombars straight forward. Archer range takes some damage there. Smart players are going to go for more sofas and some archers. Still has a handful of moose body gunners, which are better than regular Hankineers, offering 41 base damage and 38. We also have the same base cost, just slightly more weighted the other way. Landmark victory for Blue. Of course, got the Monster Quarry and the 4th Hunters down. Just needs to take out the Capital and the Grand Colony Corral. Some structures starting going down as well. Moose Body Gunners trying to rotate around. They're the only things nearby Fabia leadership. Spearman trying to retaliate, intercept. Massive volley there on those ranged forces. More instructions going down. Let's go on Grand Colonic Crow or the cattle ranches. Moose fighter guns being pursued there. Bombards. And purple has now resigned. The Sandgrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay. As mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay tonight.